The following game is being played with History Maker Baseball Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2022, all rights reserved. If you would like to order a copy of History Maker Baseball Express, or if you would like to check out the other products offered from Play Games, please click on the link provided in the description box below. Welcome to Game 5 of this series between the 1927 Yankees and the 2016 White Sox. Both of these teams have battled hard throughout this series, but only one team can win it all. This is do or die between these two teams. The winner of this game will win the series. Your pitching matchup is a rematch of Game 2 between Jose Quintana and Urban Shocker. And lineups have been exchanged at home plate. And we're about ready to get started, as Jose Quintana says he is ready to go. And Pat Collins says he is ready to go. And let's do it from U.S. Cellular Field / Guaranteed Rate Field for Game 5 of this series, the final game of this series. And we have a 2-4-6. And it reads, is Quintana a star pitcher? Yes, he is. And just like the last time he stymied the Yankees, this time he gets him again. And the Yankees are sent away here in the first inning with nothing coming across. So it's with the Yankees scoring zip. The 2016 White Sox are coming to bat with their home fans being rowdy. It is a total blackout here at U.S. Cellular Field / Guaranteed Rate Field for this winner-take-all game between these two teams. We head to the bottom half of the first. The Yankees nothing. The White Sox are coming up to bat with Tim Anderson to lead things off. 1-4-6. Reads, is Urban Shocker an ace or dynamic pitcher? He is not. Is Tim Anderson a sad sack batter? No, he is not. So that's going to end up being a men on base result, -1 for black die if control, and Urban Shocker has double control. So the black die will be reduced by 2 from a 6 to a 4, and that will be runners at the corners to begin this bottom half of the first. And go into my optional men on base narrative chart for the project. And again, this chart will be linked down below in the description box below if you are just joining us. I only ask that if you have a copy of History Maker Baseball Express, and if you would like to see some more stats or incorporate this into your gameplay with the game, I encourage you to download the charts, give it a try, and and see how it works for you. Because for me, you've been seeing a lot of scores higher, like you would see scores like you would see in today's age of baseball. So in this case here, we have a 4 and a 4 going off of the men on base narrative chart for first and third. It's going to end up being 2 hits or seeing the multiple runners on base chart. In this case here, the decider die was not used with a 1-4-6. Let me double check. Ace, no. Dynamic, no. Sansac, no. So yeah, so the decider die was not used. With that being said, we go to the multiple runners on base chart, and we will be referring to the red die right in front of me on screen. So it's going to end up being a walk and a stolen base in 1 plate appearance for Tim Anderson and a single in the other plate appearance. Now, the stats on the optional men on base narrative chart is compiling a stats that the leadoff batter got. How did he get on base in the game? So with that being said, we head to Jose Abreu's at bat on the men on base chart that comes with the game. And we read the blue and black die and as such, and it reads a 25. Iron fielder commits error, which in this case, Bob Musial is not an iron fielder, so it's going to end up being a ground out. So Bob Musial will be swapped out for Earl Combs, and that will shut down the White Sox rally to get on the board here early on in the first. So we head now to the second here at Guaranteed Rate Field with the score deadlocked at zip. Nothing. Here is Earl Combs to lead off the inning. 1-2-5. It reads, is the pitcher not fresh? Now, the way that I work freshness in History Maker Baseball Express for this project is I play it as 3 full fresh, 3 semi-fresh. So in this case here, we're still in the first 3 innings. Jose Quintana is still fresh. So we skip that question and move on to Earl Combs' check of a champion batter. He is a semi-champion. The decider die says he is not a champion batter. So unfortunately for Mr. Earl Combs, that's going to be a no runs narrative result of 5 to end the top half of the second. We move now to the bottom half of the second here at US Cellular Field / Guaranteed Rate Field with the score stymied up at 0-0. And here we go now to Todd Frazier. Uh, 2-3-3. And it seems, is Urban Shocker an ace pitcher? No, he is not. Is Todd Frazier a champion? 2-3-3, yeah. Is Todd Frazier a champion batter? No, he is not. So that's going to end up being a no runs result of 3 blank for Urban Shocker. And little monkey see, monkey do action going on here between the 2 starters as they have both sent the opposing team's batters back to the dugout in 1-2-3 fashion. So after 2 innings of play, the score remains tied at zip, zip, zeros all across the board. Mark Koenig will lead off the top half of the third with a 2.56. 2.56, which reads, is Jose Quintana a workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Mark Koenig a sad sack batter? No, he is not. So that's going to end up being a men on base result, -1 for black die if flash. Jose Quintana has flash, so the 6 will become a 5 with the runners on second and third, and we will refer to my optional men on base narrative chart with a 2 and a 5, which reads 2 hits for a dot or multiple runners on base chart for a blank. The decider die, I believe, was not used. Let me double check. On a 2.56. Workman, no. Sad sack, no. So yeah, it was not used. So Mark Koenig is going to pick up 2 hits for his game, for this game. And let's see and find out what those 2 hits are. And of course, I drop my dice. It would be a video with a card and dice video without me dropping a dice. So again, Mark Koenig collects 2 hits. So a 2, a 1, and again 1 or a 6 is a home run. 2 and a 5 is a single, 3 is a triple, and 4 is a double. So his first hit was a single via a 2, and another 2 with a second single. So 2 singles so far in the game for Mark Koenig. And we head now to Babe Ruth for his turn at the dish on the men on base narrative chart. Excuse me, on the men on base chart that comes with the game. And we read the blue and black dice as usual with a 56. Patient draws the walk. Babe Ruth is patient, so he will draw the walk, and that will load up the bases for Lou Gehrig. Reading the black and blue dice of a 56. Patient draws the walk, and that's going to score the game's first run. There's nowhere to put him, so station to station they go as Lou Gehrig walks in a run, and the 1927 Yankees lead this ball game by a score of 1-0 via the Lou Gehrig base on balls. And here we go now with Ben Pascal up at the plate on the men on base chart, and we have a 66. Scrapper hits a single. Oh, he is not a scrapper, but that's gonna, oh man, ouch. That is gonna be a double, and all runners will score to put this game probably out of reach with the score of 4-0 here in the top half of the third. Oh man. So like I said, in these last 2 games, when your team really needs to win a ball game, it's all hands on deck. So, oh man, that is going to be a tough decision for the White Sox manager to comprehend. And he is going to stick with seeing if he can get him out of this inning and hopefully go to that pen to silence the at-bats by the Yankees moving forward in this ball game, because the winner of this game wins the series, and it's all hands on deck out there in that pen, and we can see that pen is active out in deep left field here at Guaranteed Rate / US Cellular Field. 26. Home run king, it's home run. Tony Lazzeri is not a home run king, so that's going to end up being a contact result of a red die 5. And it reads, is Tony Lazzeri a champion batter? Tony Lazzeri is a semi-champion. The decider die says he is not. He is a champion batter. The decider does. Tony Lazzeri is a semi-champion. Decider die says he is. So that is going to end up being a RBI for the 1927 Yankees. And unfortunately for the 2016 White Sox, that is going to hurt even a lot more as we end the top half of the third with the score of 5-3, and the White Sox manager is, and of course our field reporter is telling us that it is all hands on deck, and the manager of the White Sox has no problem going to the bullpen this early in the contest to at least give his team a shot in this ball game. But we will see what happens with that decision after the White Sox take their turn at bat as we head to the bottom half of the third with the score 1927 Yankees 5, 2016 White Sox nothing. One, 2, 4 off of Avi Garcia's card. 1, 2, 4 is going to be, is Shocker an ace pitcher? No, he is not. Is Avi Garcia a champion batter? No, he is not. That is going to be a no runs result of 2 blank. And that's going to end the third inning here with the score 1927 Yankees 5, the 2016 White Sox 0. And it looks like that the White Sox have officially made the move to the pen, and they are going to be making a pitching change. Timeout. And it looks like Nate Jones will be the lucky contestant out of the pen to become the bullpen hero for the 2016 White Sox as we enter now into the top half of the fourth. And like I said, it's all hands on deck here in Game 5. And the White Sox really want to stop the bleeding right here and right now. So can Nate Jones be the guy to do it? 1, 3, 4. And that's going to read, is Nate Jones an ace pitcher? He is a semi-ace. Decider die says he is not. Again, if you were just tuning in for the first time in this video series, I play the semi-ace quality as if the pitcher has it, he has it for that at-bat. If he doesn't, he doesn't. So in this case, the decider die says that Nate Jones does not have ace. So we move on to Joe Duggan's batter check on the 134 line on the main chart, which reads, Is Joe Duggan a champion batter? No, he is not. So that's going to end up being a no runs result either way. So it's going to be a 3 dot to end the top half of the fourth. And the Yankees, even though it's all hands on deck, they want to try to at least have Shocker go at least 5 innings to at least be in line for the win in this ball game. So that's what they're going to try to get out of this starting pitcher. With that being said, we move to the bottom of the fourth, and Melky Cabrera to lead off the White Sox bottom half of the fourth. 3-4-6 is the pitcher not fresh. Now again, with freshness, I play it as 3 full fresh and 3 semi-fresh. Since we're in the semi-fresh innings, we have to be asked, is the pitcher not fresh? He is not fresh on a blank. He is still fresh on a dot. So in this case here, Urban Shocker is still fresh. We move on to the next line, which reads, is Melky Cabrera a hero batter? He is a semi-hero. The decider die was used, so we are going to re-roll it again. And he is a hero batter, so that is going to end up being a men on base result with a base running adjustment symbol, with Melky being a semi-stoic runner, and he is not stoic, and we are going to put the runners on first and second, and we will read 3 and 6 off of the runners on first and second, which reads another roll of the decider die, with dot being back-to-back singles and a blank being back-to-back walks. And it looks like he's going to get back-to-back singles for Melky Cabrera for this game, for this game alone. And knocking on the door, waiting to score, is Brett Laurie. Off the men on base chart, we have reading the blue and black die, which is a 12. Slugger hits home run. Oh, baby, that is a huge boost here in Game 5, as we now have a ball game, folks. Oh, baby, we have a ball game for sure. Brett Laurie is a slugger. That is going to be hit high, hit far, and gone. Brett Laurie hits a 3-run home run, and the White Sox get on the board. For the first time since Game 3 of this series, and that breaks a shutout streak of possibly over 10 plus innings for the 1927 Yankees. We'll have to check the stats guy in our booth. If that is correct, I believe it's over 10 innings if you guys have been counting, and that'll bring up Alex Avila still on the men on base chart. 23. It reads eager grounds out. Is Alex Avila an eager batter? No, he is not. That is going to force him, and he's going to be gladly to take his walk as he throws his bat towards the third base dugout and trots down to first. And while he trots down to first, the pitching coach for the Yankees comes out to the mound. And we want to tell you that the next time that this project will resume will be on March 28th for the official stateside opening day for the 2024 Major League Baseball season. And of course, happy opening day to happy opening week, I should say, to all that who enjoyed this great pastime of American tradition, this great American tradition to watch America's pastime go by during the summer. I love baseball. I've been a baseball fan growing up all my life. I've been going to games here in my home state. I just love to be around the game of baseball. I don't know why. I was brought up with baseball, and I loved it ever since. Have not played, but I do love watching it. So the umpire comes out to break up the mound visit, and here we go with JB Shuck with the runner on first. The men on base chart, 35. And it says control pitcher, ground out, and end of inning. So is Shocker a control pitcher? He most definitely is. He is double control. Either way, that will end the inning. However, the White Sox get on the board thanks to a Brett Lawrie 3-run home run. And the score is now 1927 Yankees 5 and the 2016 White Sox 3. And we move on now to the top half of the fifth. And Pat Collins, the catcher, will lead it off here in the top half of the fifth, facing Nate Jones. 1-2-4. Is Nate Jones an ace pitcher? He is a semi-ace, and the decider die says he is an ace. So that's going to be a no-runs result of 1 dot. And that will end the Yankees' fifth inning, still with keeping the score right where it is at 5-3, still in favor of the 1927 Yankees. 4-6 for Adam Eaton to lead it off here in the bottom half of the fifth. And it reads, is Shocker a star pitcher? 2-4-6 star pitcher. Yes, Urban Shocker is a star. So that's going to be a no runs result of 6 blank to end the fifth inning altogether. We played 5 innings here at the stadium with the score 1927 Yankees 5 and the 2016 White Sox 3. We move on to the top half of the 6th inning here at U.S. Cellular Field / Guaranteed Rate Field, even though it says the old stadium name for the White Sox. Hopefully it will be updated soon, but who knows. Anyway, here's Bob Musial to lead off the top half of the 6th against Nate Jones. 1-3-5. That is going to be... Is Nate Jones an ace pitcher? He's a semi-ace, and the decider die says he is not. So, 1-3-5. Is Bob Musial a champion batter? He is a semi-champion. The Saturday says he is a champion. So that's going to end up being a min on base result with a base running adjustment symbol with a +1 for active, -1 for stoic. And Bob Musial is a semi-active runner, and he is not. So the min on base result is going to remain a 5 with runners at second and third, and Mr. Musial is going to be collecting either 2 hits or seeing the result off the multiple runners on base chart. And it looks like we'll be going to the side micro side chart on the optional men on base narrative chart for the multiple runners on base with a red die of 1. You could use any die that you want to make it perfect, to make perfect sense. So in this case here, I will read the 1, the red die 1, and it reads for second and third. So Bob Musial will have 5, second and third. Yep. Back-to-back walks in 1 appearance and a double and an RBI. And that's going to push the Yankees lead even further, putting them up 6-3. In this ball game. So again, the results from the optional men on base narrative is there for side statistical purposes if you want to resolve how the runner got on base and how the runner got the RBI off of the micro RBI, the micro charts RBI results and the RBI question mark results as well. So we move on to the men on base chart with Earl Combs up reading the blue and black die, which is a 35. And it reads control pitcher, ground out, and end of inning. So is Nate Jones a control pitcher? He is. So that will end the inning despite giving up a run somewhere in this game. Nate Jones gave up a run to Bob Musial. And that will take us to the bottom half of the 6th. And the Yankees manager, coming from a reporter, field reporter, down by the first base dugout, the Yankee manager is thinking about either keeping Shocker in the game or going to the bullpen. But first off, let's see if the pen is active. It is. It is. So is he going to take Shocker out of the game? He will. And he won't. He will keep Shocker in the game for one more half inning. So the Yankee pen down the right field line in right field, right behind the right fielder, Adam Eaton. We have some guys being warmed up in the bullpen, but only one of them can be the bullpen hero for this ball game. As Tim Anderson will step up to the plate, and it will be a 2-3-5 result. And that reads, is Shocker a star pitcher? He is a star pitcher, so that will be a 2 blank, and that will end the 6th inning here at Guaranteed Rate Field / US Cellular Field here in Chicago with your score 1927 Yankees 6 and the 2016 White Sox 3. Here's Mark Koenig, who lead off the top half of the seventh against Nate Jones with a 1-2-3. Is Nate Jones a workman or struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Mark Koenig a champion batter? No, he is not. So that's going to end up being a no runs result of 2 blank, and we head to the stretch here at Guaranteed Rate / US Cellular Field in Chicago for Game 5 of this winner take all Game 5. The winner of this game wins the series, and we will see what happens as the fans stretch here as they sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and while they do so, the Yankees will go to their pen as we take a timeout. And it looks like the Yankees have brought in the closer, Wilcie Moore, to hopefully get a 3-inning save, as it is within a save situation here, as as the score is within 3 runs of each other. It has become a save situation for Wilcie Moore here in the bottom half of the 7th. So can he do the unthinkable and get a 3-inning save? So rare in baseball that you would see these types of situations. But in a Game 5, it is absolutely necessary, as it is all hands on deck. And with that being said, the fans have settled back into their seats after a little karaoke session on the Jumbotron was going on while the fans were singing along to their favorite song here at the ballpark. And as Jose Abreu steps into the box, we go to the bottom of the 7th with Moore facing Abreu off the main chart. 1-2-3. Is Moore a workman or struggler? No, he is not. Is Jose Abreu a champion batter? No, he is not. So that's going to end up being a no runs result of 1 dot. And that is going to be the end of the 7th here at US Cellular / Guaranteed Rate Field here in Chicago, with the score remaining 1927 Yankees 6 and the 2016 White Sox 3. Let's go now to the top half of the 8th, and Babe Ruth now up at the plate, facing Nate Jones. 1-1-4. Is Nate a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Babe Ruth a champion batter? He is a semi-champion. The Decider Die says he is not. And that's going to end up being a no runs result of 1 dot. And that will end the Yankees half of the 8th inning. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. And Todd Frazier, the Todd father, stepping up to the plate in the bottom half of the 8th with the score of 6-3 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. Two, 4, 5. That is going to be, is Wilcie Moore a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Todd Frazier a sad sack batter? 2, 4, 5. Yep. Is Todd a sad sack batter? No, he is not. That is going to end up being a men on base result, -1 for Black Die of flash or control. Wilcie has control, so that will reduce from a runner on second to a runner on first, men on base result. And with a 1-5, that is going to end up being a walk for Mr. Todd Frazier. And the White Sox are now making some noise as we head to the men on base chart for Mr. Avisail Garcia. Reading the black and blue dice of a 36. Active batter gets a runner's advance, 2 bases single, and a stolen base. And it looks like Avi Garcia is not an active batter. I'm assuming the active quality refers to the running, running quality. So he is a semi-stoic though, so no. And that's going to be a contact result of 6. And that's going to end up being a ground out. So they may have induced a big double play here as Wilcie Morris threw 2 innings of his 3-inning save. We have one more inning to get to complete and to finish here in this series. Hopefully this will be it as we head to the top of the 9th with the score 1927 Yankees 6 and the 2016 White Sox 3. And here is Lou Gehrig to lead off the top half of the 9th against Nate Jones. 1-4-5. So 1-4-5. So there you guys can see it. 1-4-5 is going to read, is Nate Jones an ace or a dynamic pitcher? Nate Jones is a semi-ace pitcher. The decider die says he is not an ace pitcher. So that is going to be resulting in Lou Gehrig asking if he is a sad sack. He is not. So that is going to end up being a men on base result, -1 from black die if the pitcher has flash. He does have flash, and he is going to end up getting the no runs inning after all. So that will be a 4 blank to end the Yankees' 9th inning, and it all comes down to the bottom of the 9th. And the bat of Melky Cabrera. And a reminder, folks, the last time that the White Sox were down by this many runs to either tie or win the game was back in Game 1 when Brett Lawrie hit a 3-run home run to here at this ballpark in Game 1 to win Game 1 of this series. Let's hope they can do it again. They had the right guys up at the plate. Again, Melky Cabrera is now the batter with Brett Lawrie right behind him in the stack. And let's see if they can do it right now. 1-2-2. Oh, hold your horses, people. Don't look away. 1-2-2. Is Wilcie Moore a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Melky Cabrera a champion batter? No, he is not. And unfortunately for the 2016 White Sox, heartbreak and all, Wilcie Moore will be getting the forgot to swap the progress bar on the scoreboard. There we go. Bottom of the 9th, there it shows. And again, 1-2-2. Wilcie Moore is not a struggler pitcher. Melky Cabrera is not a champion. And unfortunately for the 2016 White Sox and their fans, they will fall here in Game 5 as the 1927 Yankees win the series and win back-to-back series to kick off the 2024 edition of the 1927 Yankees Gauntlet Challenge. They have beaten the 1950 Phillies, and they have beaten the 2016 White Sox here in the first two series of this project. So once again, your final score here at US Cellular Field / Guaranteed Rate Field. The 1927 Yankees take Game 5 and the series by a final score of 6-3.